Welcome, all of our listeners, to another exciting Wrestling Goons Radio show. We have the side show today, a different new format, sort of like PTI. It's basically a topic based debate, quick discussion around the table, which we like to call it Around the Square Circle. We want to first say thank you to all of our listeners over at www.wrestlinggoonsradio.blogsports if you're listening over there. Also to those who are listening on iTunes and Stitchers. And if you're not listening to us too over there, all you got to do is type in Wrestling Goons Radio in iTunes or Stitcher. But before we get into our topic debates, I want to introduce you to Anthony and Damien. What's going on, guys?
Hey, what's going on, man? How you doing?
Great, great, great,
What's going on, Dan the man?
great, great. We got a lot of stuff to talk about, some heated stuff to talk about.
Welcome back, Damien. Good to have you back, brother.
Indeed.
Glad to be back.
All right. We're going to get to our first topic. In case you didn't know, in case you were living under a rock or whatever, it's time for you to get under from that rock and listen up.
I think the
Yeah.
snails heard it, actually.
Excuse me?
The snails under the rock heard it,
Oh,
actually. Yeah, they know.
yeah. Well, how about this? Yesterday, we find out that Hulk Hogan, yes, the immortal Hulkamania, has been terminated from his WWE Legends contract. And you're probably wondering why. Well, that's because he went on a racial tirade that happened 3 years ago when he was secretly taped with another female that he was having an affair with, where he was discussing how he didn't like his daughter dating a black guy and went on a racial tirade, throwing out the N word so many times to the point in this transcript where he basically admitted that he was a racist and everyone's a little racist sometimes. And now there's a lot of backlashes on Hulk Hogan and WWE, like I said before, severed ties with him. I'm gonna start with Anthony. Anthony, do you think WWE did the right thing?
I think they did the only thing that they could do. So, I think they did it kind of fast, as far as how quickly they dropped him from everything. I mean, they just announced 2 days ago that he was going to be one of the first 12 members in the WWE game. They had a character already revealed. They've already pulled him out of production already. He's out of the game. He's up in the Hall of Fame list. He's no longer in the WWE Hall of Fame. He's not in WWE.com. They're trying to make us think that Hulk Hogan never existed. I don't think it's going to work because I think that the human brain is not going to forget where Hulk Hogan was and who he was with. Like, we're always going to conduct him in WWE. But as far as a PR move, yeah, they did what they had to do.
Yeah, also to mention that Hulk Hogan has been pulled from Tough Enough, and right now they're trying to find a new judge, which rumor has it that Ric Flair is in the running to fill that spot. But Damien, what is your thoughts on WWE firing Hulk Hogan? Did they do the right thing? And your thoughts on Hulk Hogan overall?
They did the right thing. First of all, you can't say it. You can't say it when you're prominent and always in somebody's public eye. Um, Whether it was secretly recorded or not, that's like saying whether Pete Rose secretly gambled or not. You did it, own it, and the company got to do what they got to do. They got to move forward.
I absolutely agree.
You gotta admit that Hogan is owning it. I mean, Hogan ain't running from it. He's owning up to it.
He has
Uh, I,
to get in front of it because
yeah,
he has no one standing beside him.
yeah, and he is. He's taking it. He's taking the bullet.
Here's my thing on it. When I first heard about this, originally I heard the radio interview that he was doing, him discussing Booker T calling him the N word or whatever, and going on. I'm not condoning him saying the N word in that interview, but it was like not that bad or whatever. It was like, hey, Hogan, you can't say that word. All right. But when I read the transcript of him just going on that racial tirade, I was in shock. I was disgusted. I was just sick. I was like, wow. Now, granted, this happened 3 years ago or what, however many years ago it was. That could be him. That could have been him then, and he could have been a different person now. But still, it was wrong. Still, he admitted of being a racist on tape for whatever reason. He could have just been in the heat of the moment and just went off about his daughter not dating a black man or whatever. But I mean, it's still wrong, and I agree with WWE in their firing him and getting rid of him. I guess you could say they're doing the Chris Benoit thing on him. The one thing I don't like about it is that you're gonna try to say take him out of the Hall of Fame. Some people be like, so what? That's the price you got to pay. But he's a Hall of Fame. He's already been inducted in. It's been 10 years. Um, am I wrong for thinking this, Anthony?
No, I don't think you are. Well, for the simple fact, like I said, that so what? You think about the Hall of Fame, people are still gonna know. And like I mentioned earlier, like Dan, funny that Damien mentioned Pete Rose because I feel like he should be in the Hall of Fame. Because when you're having your WWE network, and everybody knows I hate. Now, hate is the wrong word, so I shouldn't say that. I probably dislike Hulk Hogan in the ring more than anybody else that's ever been in the ring. I cannot stand a Hulk Hogan match. I will not watch it if I can avoid it. At the same time, he's the reason they have what they have. Like people, for some reason, all these little 5-year-olds in the world, they believed in the immortal Hulk Hogan, and they bought all the merchandise, and they invested in all the shows that he had, the Rocket Wrestling. Which, by the way, did they take that off the network now? The cartoon off?
I'm not sure. I haven't checked.
Okay, I'll have to look and report that on the next show. Um, yeah, like they're just totally all that the Hogan did for them. They're immediately acknowledging over something that he said 3 years ago. But here's the thing, going back to what you said about it happened 3 years ago. We live in an era where it doesn't matter when it happened. What matters is when it reaches social media. Because once it becomes viral, it might as well have happened yesterday or right now. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because that's all people are going to talk about.
Yeah. So here's the thing. I'm on social media yesterday, and everyone's just talking about this whole thing. It gave me to think about how many other wrestlers are potentially racist.
My God.
Like,
First off, wrestlers are like very bad people. Like, I don't know. I mean, there's some really good ones out there, aka John Cena and a few others. CM Punk's he's just a jerk. Everybody says CM Punk's a jerk. Uh, I mean, they have to be, 'cause they get paid to be their character. So,
well, there's a difference between being a jerk and being a racist.
a lot of them are that way too, because a lot of them were brought up in that way. Like, I'm telling you, especially down here, like down south, the deep south wrestling and stuff, yeah, it's pretty bad.
Yeah, I mean, it gets to the point where, when people start talking about the potential racist former wrestlers like Roddy Piper, Ric Flair's name been thrown in there, uh, maybe
But
Triple H or whatnot.
I'll tell you a funny story, actually. My father is not a racist, at all, but he was in the role of a bad guy, right? So I was determined that I was gonna be part of the show somehow, and I wanted my dad to yell at me, and my dad was like, "Son, I can't do that. That would get me the wrong kind of heat, and I can't do that." So I figured my dad would know what the right kind of heat and the wrong kind of heat was. So I convinced him. He found a quarter that was laying on the ground, and he made a joke saying, "Well, if I don't get paid anything tonight, I'll throw this at my son, and I'll at least make a quarter, and he'll have it when I get home." So my dad walks out to me, throws the quarter at me, and says, "Here's a quarter, boy. Call someone who cares." Well, about that time, this big black gentleman stood up, and he said, "You can talk to us all you want to, but you're not going to talk to that cripple boy that way." And my dad made the comment, I guess trying to draw heat, he said, "Sit down, you look like you've been in the oven too long." That man pulled out a 45 and started firing rounds up in the sky, man. Like racism down here ain't no joke. People don't play it. And I think that Vince being up north, it kind of makes him a little bit delusional to the fact of everything that's going on in the world.
Yeah. Damien, do you think that probably now the WWE should let go or stop the racial tension or the stereotype of their minority superstars?
Should. They should. They tried to get positive with one minority group called the New Day. It didn't work,
But
but they tried.
did it work? Did it work?
I mean, at first,
The positive part.
let's think about what they were trying to do originally.
Okay, yeah. Well, what they were trying to do originally, like way back before then, and maybe you got to give them credit on that because I think we all knew that was the direction they were headed. Like whenever they had him in the suits in the very beginning, they were going to be in the minority group that was speaking out about being held back.
Yeah. So,
Yeah, they were. They didn't allow it.
Yeah, they stopped it. So I mean, they put a
They,
stop to
they didn't
that.
allow it. It's not like they're sitting here only picking on Hogan. These dudes tried to grab the brass ring with their group, and he was like, "No, we're not going that route."
But kudos to them for still turning that into something, by the way, 'cause they've done an excellent job.
Yeah, but they were supposed to be face.
Yeah, they were. They were. Hey, man, you can't ever decide a live crowd. The crowd will tell you what you were, you know?
Yeah,
so all in all, WWE, we can all agree on that in its past over 30 years history, that is a bit racial or they encourage stereotypes.
Yeah, I
a
think they
lot,
do, but I think that's
a
wrestling in
lot.
general. I think because wrestling, you gotta think, wrestling mentality is a lot different because you don't care about ethics in wrestling. All you care about is getting a reaction, whether that's a good reaction or a bad reaction. That reaction determines what your salary is.
Wait. You don't care about ethics?
In wrestling, they
Just
really don't. Ask Eric Bischoff. Controversy creates cash. He said, why would I care about ethics? Ethics don't matter. It's business. Ethics really, business is cutthroat, man. But at the same time, they're a publicly traded company. They have a responsibility.
exactly.
They
They're a
have,
publicly traded company
yeah.
that
And that,
won't promote Asians, the biggest market in the world.
Yeah.
and keep in mind, I'm not saying it's right. I'm not saying it's right at all. I'm just telling you from what I know from the inside mind of how wrestling works. Actually, upon wrestling is the most messed up mentality of individuals work together in one genre of any work field in America. Like these people think the world is so backwards than what it really is because that's just what they do to get reactions. I mean,
Yeah.
I don't know.
All right. So here's another question on this topic. This man 10 years ago did a skit or backstage segment or whatever with John Cena, and he mentioned to keep it up, my N word. There he walks past Booker T, and Booker T says, "Tell me he did not just say that." Now you can look at it as I guess, a joke because Booker T at one time called uh, Hulk Hogan the N word during a promo mistakenly, and of course, Booker T apologized to Hulk Hogan backstage or whatever, and Hulk Hogan, from words that we hear that he was okay with it. Let me start with you, Damien.
He was
Damien,
like, "Yeah, I'm okay with it. I say it all the time, brother." Yeah.
right? Damien, let me ask you that. 10 years ago, that happened. Even though it was a script, and with everything going on with Hulk Hogan and the whole racial tension and stuff like that, do you feel as if Vince McMahon may have gone too far?
Yeah, but it was a script, so he can get away with it.
So basically, do you feel like anything he can say or do, whether it's hateful towards black people, gay people, those who have a disability or anything like that, as long as it's part of a script and they can hide behind it, it's okay.
This man,
I'm not saying it's okay. First of all, it was not clearly said. You can never. All the sound bites I heard, it was never clearly said.
wait. You're talking about Vince McMahon?
Yeah,
Oh no, it was clear.
It was clear to me.
Yeah, it was clear today. Ain't that? I mean, if you want to differentiate the meanings of the word with the A and the N and the ER, then we can go there. But
I don't. I don't want to go there. I really, to me, they're both the same.
yeah, they are.
To
That's
the
what I'm saying.
world, To the world, Vince is going to get a pass.
Uh,
And it makes me sick to my stomach now.
To me, it's the same thing.
yeah.
So, Anthony, your thoughts on that?
I think I agree with that same thing. I remember watching it live, like I saw it, and I cringed. Like I was like, "Oh my god, did he just do that?" It's tasteless. There's no need for it. It doesn't help promote anything. It was simply a way to rib Booker T, which is why Booker T was standing there when it happened. Um, at the same time, exactly what Damien said. It's a scripted moment in a TV-14 show, which it was back then. They're gonna be able to get away with it. And I think people would like. I know you've all seen it all over the internet the last day or two. Anytime they bring up the Hogan thing, that's what they post. They'll post the Vince thing. So they're like, well, he's got to go too. No, he doesn't, because he wrote it on a show. So, like, I don't understand how people can't see the differences. I think why you'd be upset at Vince, because I think going back to the ethics thing, that's just more proof that people in power don't have ethics in wrestling. And Vince is a prime example of not having ethics.
Yeah. So my thing is him writing it in. It's like gets me to think like, why even think about writing that in? But
I
here's
mean,
the thing.
wrestling.
Yeah. Now here's the thing too. A lot of people can come with this backlash or talk about, oh well, it happened so many years ago. Y'all wasn't upset then, so why y'all upset now? Here's my thing to that. I remember back in the whole Attitude Era when there was DX versus the new what is it? Nation of Domination. I'm
Yeah.
sorry. So they did that one skit. I'm pretty sure everyone's familiar with it, where DX came out there as Nation of Domination,
Now
right?
we're all older. Were y'all offended by the NOD back in the day?
At the time, I didn't
I
like them,
wasn't.
but I wasn't though. And when they did the whole blackface thing at the time, I wasn't offended at the time because it was like entertainment to me, and I was young. But looking back now, I was like, yo, that was messed up. That was messed up. And
Has
even
it
though,
has the WWE ever ran a white supremacy angle? I don't think they have.
not
They
that I'm,
ran a God angle.
Yeah,
that
So
was
hey,
that was
yeah,
horrible.
that's what I'm saying. Like as bad as this episode was, if Vince instead of having God come to the ring in a match with theme music and all, and then go to a church and call God out in a church and not get kicked off TV, he's the one that's immortal.
Yeah, I mean,
he would be kicked off TV today after Donald Trump.
Yeah, yeah, probably so. See, that's the thing. I think that Vince, what he used to get away with, even up to 5 years ago, he couldn't get away with today. Social media is a powerful tool, man.
you
It
know
makes
what? Go ahead, Damien. I mean, Anthony. I'm sorry.
it makes everybody a journalist in like a matter of 3 seconds.
Yeah. Damien brought out something. Donald Trump. Donald Trump is in the Hall of Fame, right?
Yes.
Yep.
Donald Trump is running for president of the United States, the highest office in America. And we are familiar with the whole how he made those comments about Mexicans, illegal immigrants, and so on. And that was pretty racial. And no one's trying to distance their relationship with Donald Trump or even think about getting him out the Hall of Fame.
If Donald Trump pulled his name out of running for the president, they would pull him out.
So you're thinking until he's behind in the polls, then maybe we can pull him out the
Yeah.
Hall of Fame.
Yeah, what seems like
Yep.
finally doesn't have a reason to win, they'll be like, we don't have a reason to be with you anymore.
So we're pretty much
First,
clear.
wait. First, he could never come on there on Raw again.
No, you can't.
Why couldn't he?
They banned
Especially in
Tony
the
and BC on it.
especially in Texas.
They banned him. Oh, they banned him for good. Okay. You don't think they'll lift that if he's the president of
Oh
the
yeah.
United States?
Now you got to distance yourself from that. Now
If
Vince could be.
Donald Trump becomes the president of the United States, NBC Universal will lift that just to have him on Fallon. They'll do it.
Vince can probably be friends with him personally, but you can't have him around your business. It's bad for business.
Well, if he's the president, I don't know if it is or not. I don't think
He
Donald
won't
Trump's
be the
gonna be.
president.
I don't think so either. And God, I pray with every
They can have
fiber.
the most. I- I'm sorry, but I'm about to say they can have the most incompetent Democrat. and Donald Trump will lose.
pretty much.
Yeah.
I mean, I hope, I really hope. The problem is, going back to social media, and this is not to go anywhere political, this is the only thing I'll say about it. Goes back to everybody being an expert, so because people know that name, it just makes me sick. They're gonna be like, I know who I'm voting for, because he's a millionaire, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah, but
But that actually should be a new movement is to tweet hashtag get Donald Trump out of WWE Hall of Fame too.
hey,
Let's
I'm
do it.
behind it.
Let's do it. Hey, equality. If Hogan's gotta go, so does Trump.
Hey, Damien, you just gave me a great idea. Just
It
gave me a
has
great.
to happen.
Hey,
If
you know how crazy my ideas can be.
We
if
might wind
Hogan's
up being
out,
#1 on Twitter tomorrow.
How
if
about we?
Hogan's out, Donald Trump's got to go.
How
Well, hey,
about
what
Michael
about
Hayes go
Arnold?
too?
Arnold's in too.
Michael Hayes got to go.
Yeah,
Oh, now, you want to talk
yeah,
about racist? That guy's
yeah.
had more racial tirades than. Oh,
Oh,
He
he
got to go.
definitely got it. The guy who made that racial comment about Alberto Del Rio. He still has a job. He got to go.
yep.
Yeah,
Anybody that's on Kevin Dunn or his team, they're protected.
The only thing about Kevin Dunn is the fact that he's openly, well, I'm not gonna say he's openly, but for the most part, us IWC knows that he's a sexist, you know, and he
Oh,
has to
I
go
got I
too.
got more words that I can use for Kevin Dunn that we don't have time for on this podcast.
Yeah, so Kevin Dunn's got to go, and I'm not
Hey,
even
you guys,
sure.
do yourself a favor if you want to laugh. Go on Google and go to images, and there's only like 4 on the whole internet. Because Kevin Dunn is trying to take the internet away from him. Uh,
Yeah,
find Kevin Dunn. You will be entertained.
you'll probably only find like something from 20 years ago, nothing recent.
No, he
He's tried his
hides.
best to get away from pictures,
For a good reason, by the way.
and Jim Cornette is right about how he looks in his
But
teeth.
weasel licking. Yeah, and that's a good interview too. You're in the shoot interviews. They got one with Paul Bear before he dies and Jim Cornette together. That's pretty good on YouTube. Look that up.
All right, so two more questions before we move on from this topic. One, Triple H comes in, runs the show. Will he make race relations better in the company or worse, or would they pretty much stay the same? And two, will we ever see Hulk Hogan in the WWE again?
You want me to tackle this first or Damien?
You can go.
Number one. Wait, what was the first one? Go ahead.
Will Triple H basically
Oh,
make
I don't
things
think it
better?
matters if it's Triple H or Vince or Kevin Dunn himself. Thanks to the media outlets, things are about to change anyway. Like they won't ever have a slip up like this again. Like you'll never hear that word on WWE programming again. I promise.
And will we see Hogan back in the WWE again?
Yeah, because in wrestling, I never say never. So yes.
Yeah. Damien, your thoughts?
we will never have another slip up ever, ever, unless it's out of script and somebody already about to get fired. Two, we'll never see Hulk Hogan in WWE. Ring of Honor, maybe. TNA, hell yeah. WWE, nope.
Let me ask you guys this just before you chime in. Then, does Hulk Hogan, even with all this, does he have value as Hulk Hogan?
His brand
No,
is going down. His brand is
no.
diminished.
To GFW, to TNA, to anybody, if they brought him in, does he help their company or see? Because I'm GFW, and I got nothing but a home run to swing. Why would I not say, hey Hulk, you still got to leash the fans that are, you know, taking your back. You got all these wrestlers depending on Twitter. You wouldn't go swing for that one time if he had a reasonable price?
Nope, nope. The only company I see that happening to is that's because they just seem so desperate as TNA, and I'm not even sure if they're willing to take that risk.
I hope not, 'cause the very last time they had him on their show, he's walking off with Dixie holding his leg. That was pathetic. They knew he was going to
Well,
WWE, and that's how they wrote him out. They wrote him out
well,
with the balls holding his leg.
if TNA get pulled for Vince Russo, I'm damn sure they know they'll get pulled for
Damn right.
Hogan.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. They gonna wait till they're independent and they don't have a TV deal to do that.
All right. So, before we move on, I just want to say that I'm not sure if Triple H is going to make things better because he has been part of some racial controversy, especially between him and Booker T. Um, so I don't know about that. Will we see Hulk Hogan in WWE again? I think there's a small chance of that, only if he really, I guess you could say, quote unquote, do some soul searching and I guess go on a tour and I guess do something, apology tour or something. We could probably see him in the WWE probably within the next 5 years if he ain't dead by then. But yeah,
Yeah.
um, that's pretty much it.
Yep. I'm with you.
Uh, All right, moving on to the next topic. This week we get news that Daniel Bryan has been cleared by doctors to wrestle. He his last injury, I believe, was a concussion, and he's now cleared and all. But WWE don't want to clear him because they don't want to take a chance. Are they right or wrong, Anthony?
Oh man, this is tough because I see it from a liability standpoint where they're like, you know what, no, you're not ready. But at the same time, I think you can be too precautious sometimes. Like if a doctor has given you the okay and we all don't trust your doctors already. I mean, if he got another outside opinion other than his doctor to confirm it, then I would have to agree with him and say, like, yeah, like if he signed a waiver that said, hey, if anything happens, that's on me, so just let me do what I love to do, and they still won't let him do it. I wouldn't. He actually said that he's not done wrestling, and he made the comment that even if that meant not in WWE, I could. If they don't let him wrestle soon, by next year, I can see Daniel Bryan leaving.
Yeah, he does still have 3 years in his contract that he noted. Damien,
Oh,
do you think they're wrong for not letting Daniel Bryan wrestle?
No, I don't think it's wrong. I think they're in all their right not to let him wrestle. But I also feel like he should go to the NFL doctors, get checked out.
Yeah,
If you, okay, you went to your doctor, go to another big company,
yeah.
go to the NFL doctors. If you get cleared by them, you should be okay. If you want to fight this because you have all the fans backing, you already turned this into a PR disaster for WWE by talking. So go seek a different opinion.
yeah. But the thing is with that is that I feel like he may be clear. He may be okay for real, for real. But when you're dealing with a concussion, especially if you have multiple concussion, anything, any bump can set on another one, and that's what they're worried about, another setback. And
Wait, wait. They let Undertaker in the ring.
Yeah, yeah, that's not even a good example.
when they let him in the ring for what?
He just wrestled Brock Lesnar and just had a scrap with Brock Lesnar.
Was he cleared?
He just had a scrap with Brock Lesnar, and he's had.
I don't think they could have. I don't think they could have stopped him if he wasn't clear.
Yeah, he's the Undertaker. He could have been like, "I'm here, Vince. Put me on the
He
show."
went to the hospital with the concussion.
Well, you know what? I mean, when you
They
bring,
sent Daniel Bryan home from tour. He went to the hospital.
Yeah,
I'm not saying that. I think WWE is within their rights to not have him wrestle.
they are.
Because he's an investment,
It
and
sucks for him though for 3 years. Cause let's be honest,
He's
he's
an
not getting
investment
younger.
if he's in the ring.
Daniel Bryan's not getting younger. So after this 3 years, he might want to go somewhere, but then by then his body might be like, "Hey, buddy, tough." Cause
here,
And that
here's another question: do you think that even if he comes back, that he's going to still be on top, or he's going to be number one, or even go for the title?
well, here's my worry: is that in the interview he readily admits that the doctor's saying his nerves that he'll only get 80% of his strength back. And he seems to think that's okay because he's not a street wrestler anyway. I'm sorry, but if you're never going to be 100% at something and you're telling me that that's going to be how you are for the rest of your life, you're a liability. I don't know what to tell you.
He has to retire. I feel like. I mean,
I
that's his
don't,
life,
I don't want him to, though,
but
man.
I would encourage him to retire.
I would
Y'all
give
got,
him the retirement match though.
y'all
Yeah,
got, who said, somebody came out and said, oh, Kurt Angle. Kurt Angle wants to wrestle Daniel Bryan for his retirement match. So,
he's knocking on death's door, so
oh my God.
he needs to chill out too.
Oh, well, I just had so many bad ideas for the type of
We're gonna,
matches they're gonna
we're,
have.
we're gonna have two matches. One is gonna die in the ring, and the other one is gonna be paralyzed from like the neck down.
They're gonna have the wheelchair match. They're gonna have a handicap match, and I'm gonna referee it. Oh my
Man, if
God.
Tyson Kidd, it's gonna be a three-way.
Oh man,
Ah! So
that,
Nova Joe can interfere and just do muscle busters on everyone in wheelchairs. Oh God. Uh,
this is a little bit off topic though. Since you mentioned Samoa Joe, do you think he should get rid of his finisher? I know
no,
everyone thinks
no,
that's a freak
No.
move or whatever,
no,
but come on.
no. That's being overprotective. It was a freak incident. I've heard that it was Tyson had already been having problems anyway, and that kind of just contributed to it. He took the fall wrong or whatever. But you land on your back if it's done right. And it isn't like he's sitting on his butt and hitting your shoulder first on his neck. It's a fine move. I wish they would let Kevin do the package, but that's another story for another time. They're too protective of these moves.
And they should be because you don't want to have
Ah,
you don't. All right. So I'm okay with them getting rid of the what is the pile driver?
yeah, the package falls over, yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, think about what happened to Stone Cold like what 20 years ago when
But
he
it's
got
not the
pile.
same move. Like, just because it's called the power driver doesn't mean it's the same type move. He tucks your head in a bowl, so when you hit, your head is tucked up already. You're not hitting your head on anything.
Uh, I'm not gonna chance it.
Ah.
And
Damien, have you seen the package power driver?
Nah.
Okay. Well, it,
and the thing it is, and it's kind of crazy that we still get the Tombstone pile driver, I guess.
well, again,
But
that's Undertaker. Like Damien said, I think Undertaker can do anything he wants.
because
Undertaker could probably
he
say
got
the N
that
word if he
pull.
wanted. Undertaker could probably go out there and drop it on TV and he wouldn't get fired because he's the Undertaker.
No, I don't think that'll happen.
Hell no, I don't think he will. I'm just saying he could.
I,
Just have
he could try it though. He's gonna get fired. Come on, trust me.
a,
If Hulk Hogan can get fired, if Hulk Hogan can get fired, anything in this world is possible.
No.
Anything.
No. No.
yeah. I
Hulk
think the
Hogan
Undertaker.
wasn't loyal.
I think the Undertaker has way more value than Hulk Hogan does.
Oh, well, I don't know.
In
Hogan
2015,
wasn't
I know he
loyal.
does.
How was he not loyal?
He left
Hogan wasn't
twice.
loyal. You left more than twice.
Everyone leaves a court. I mean, a few
Undertaker never
times.
left.
Say what?
Undertaker never left.
He's to me, he seemed like he left like 5 years ago when he started wrestling one time
No,
a year.
he's got a full contract.
It's crazy. All right, on this Daniel Bryan situation, should he retire?
I'm gonna say no, but get healthy.
Damien, you think he should retire?
I'm going to say yeah.
Yeah. All
I'm
right.
going to say I'm going to say I watched Ali Larry Holmes.
Oh, oh.
So I'm going to say yeah cuz I don't want that for anyone.
Yeah.
Yeah, it
I
really. I'll be honest. Like it does. Like I don't know how y'all feel. Like whenever I see Muhammad Ali on TV, like it literally just breaks my heart in two. Like that guy, just knowing what he used to be and what he had. Like his mind is still kind of okay now, but his body just it won't do what it needs to do. It's just sad to see.
retire or at least do a part-time contract. I guess that would be okay. And I hate part-timers. That's just me.
Even part time, even that's fine and dandy, but that's still not going to protect you in the ring, and you still got to get in the ring to do it.
Well, you don't have to take on more punishment.
But
Part-timers is actually bringing in more revenue than the full-timers.
yeah, they are. It would make him a better draw, but they need kind of everybody on a part-time role on their roster, and it would help with the overexposure. But that's
Yep.
my 2 cents.
All right, moving on to our next topic. This past week on Monday Night Raw, we would it seems to appear that we have John Cena and Seth Rollins probably going at it at SummerSlam. My question to you is: this the only choice logically? Damien, I'm going to go with you.
I don't see it happening. I see that's the only spot they have for Self Monday. I feel like it's going to be Kane, Rollins. Uh, I just feel like the Authority story falling apart is going to be Rollins till at least Survivor Series.
Yep.
I don't see Cena going that route.
I do. I think that they are going with John Cena.
I don't think they're going to put a championship on Cena.
I don't think they're going to get the
And
title.
I don't think they're going to put Rollins over on Cena.
Well,
Wow.
they could
If you couldn't
technically
put if you couldn't put Owens over, you're not going to put Rollins.
couldn't they protect both though? Like couldn't Cena win by DQ?
But I feel like if he's going to win by DQ, then that's going to have to set up for another match until someone
If
wins.
Why would
if
they
they,
not?
if they put if they put a DQ, I mean, at some point Rollins has to look strong.
I don't know about that.
At some point,
Yeah.
I disagree. I think he can be the Winslow champion the whole way through.
I don't
I
know.
don't. I don't.
So here's the thing with that. I think John Cena is the logical choice to face Seth Rollins because he's been doing a tremendous job at, I guess, the U.S. title. And again, like I've said before on our Raw reaction show previously, it's like who are you going to face or who are you going to have to face Seth Rollins? There's no one else. He faced pretty much all the main people that he need to. So John Cena is a likable person
Then
to face
why
him
did he take the mid card belt with him?
because he beat uh, Kevin Owens.
Yeah, that's great. He shouldn't have beat Kevin Owens. You don't take the mid card belt with him.
Well, here's the
You
thing.
can't. You
Here-
can't take the man card belt with you.
But he did. That's what he did.
here's the
It,
thing.
it, it has to go. Someone
Eh,
has to beat Cena.
Okay, but here's the thing. If he beats or if Kevin Owens beat John Cena, then that probably let's just say hypothetically speaking. I know that we've probably talked about this ranking and stuff like that. It doesn't exist in wrestling, but let's just say there's an imaginary standing in wrestling. Right now, John Cena would be number one. If he beat, I'm sorry, if he would have lost to Kevin Owens, that would have brought down his stock.
But that's why we don't have that in wrestling. So
Yeah. So I felt like to me it didn't make sense. Like, how would it look like you just lost to this guy? Why are you even in?
I just told
Want to
you
be in the
that's why
title
we don't.
picture?
That's why we don't have that in wrestling. That's why.
Okay, screw the whole ranking thing. Let's just make logical sense about this.
The
You
wrestling.
lose, you lose to a guy the night before your title, and then now you just feel like, okay, I lost to this guy. I lost my title. Now I want to go for another title that's way higher
All
than the title I
John
lost.
Cena had to do to set up that feud on Monday night, even if he lost, even if he said, you know what, Seth, I did lose. You're right. But at least I lost to the fighting champion, something you know nothing about. And that sets up the match right there.
I don't think that would make sense or made me like invest in that match.
Damien,
Uh,
would you buy
I,
that?
I think that I think to me personally, I think that, and this is just a lot of people who are Kevin Owens fan, that you guys want to see him with the title, and he doesn't even need the title.
I digress. I,
I
I, I
disagree.
think he, I think that, I don't know if he needs it specifically, but John Cena doesn't need it.
Maybe not.
Damien,
I
what you
think I think he earned it. I think he put on the best matches in the last 3 pay-per-views. I
Who
don't
were they?
see
Who were they?
how.
Who were they all with though?
I ain't hear you.
Who were they all with though?
John Cena.
Exactly.
So you're telling me that Kevin Owens was the better guy between the two in the past three pay-per-views?
Are we talking like
Kevin
in the ring?
in the ring?
Yeah.
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 Kevin Owens is
Yeah.
better than
Yeah.
everybody every time he's in the ring.
Kevin Owens' move set is unreal.
It's everything. It's his
It's
psychology. It's his moveset. Kevin Owens would do a body slam in the middle of the ring and run and yell at the crowd. You know how many wrestlers don't do little things like that
he yelled at Michael Cole for no reason.
for no reason? He's like, "Cole, call it right, Cole." What? How do you even know what he's
who
calling? You're in the ring.
who is that? No one does that today. No one does that since the
All right.
Attitude Era.
So
I
he's a
watch Kevin
different
Owens.
character.
I watch Kevin Owens. I think of Ric Flair. I really do. I'm
He's
watching 1980s. I'm in Charlotte, North Carolina, all over again, in the Greensboro Coliseum, and I'm like,
that's
oh, that's
reaching.
it.
That's reaching comparing him to Ric
I'm
Flair.
no, I don't compare him to Flair, but
I
I
compare it
compare
to
him
that
to
style.
Austin.
That style, though, he's that kind of heel. Like, he makes the crowd get involved with what he's doing. In NXT, he started a chin lock sitting chant. Who does that? Who turns a chin lock into a chant?
So, so here's my issue. Once again, that's great. You guys want to put him over, and you wish Cena put him over, and you want to see Kevin Owens parade around with the U.S. title.
Ah.
But again, his first feud coming up from NXT is against John Cena. You guys are pushing this guy a little bit way too fast, and don't give me the whole Triple H like him. He's a Triple H guy. All this other bull crap.
How are we pushing it fast? We didn't put him in the ring with John Cena.
All right, so maybe somebody does have plans for Kevin Owens, and maybe their plans was, hey, we don't want him. We want to build him up as a character to see how people react to him, and people are reacting positively to him. However, we don't want him yet to be the U.S. title. That doesn't necessarily mean that it's going to hurt him or not.
I think we're gonna have to see on that because I think that you know what? I'll see what happens next time we cross paths with Cena, and I'll get back to you on that.
Okay. My
Yeah,
thing is, yeah, he was pushed fast. Yes. Yes, he was booked good. Yes. The matches he put on are better than 90% of the roster. We can't sit here and be like, "Oh, he don't deserve this or that," when every part of him has been better than everybody else. Even him leaving the ring in the middle of matches.
It almost seems to me like when we talk about people deserving something, that they have to be in a WWE ring for an extended amount of time. Like, well, if you're not there for 3 or 4 years, then you're not ready. You don't deserve that because so and so, Dolph Ziggler's been here 5 or 6 years and he's been waiting. He deserves it. That's bullcrap. Wrestling don't work that way. It's all about whatever works at the moment and what the crowd is buying into.
it's been
Let me
working
tell
that
you
way for a
guys
while.
something. Let me tell you guys something. When Ballard get up there, he's going to have crowds like Daniel Bryan.
But
It will be
I,
no
I agree with
stopping
that.
that push.
I agree with that, but and Balor has charisma out the wazoo. He's got to get himself a catchphrase. Every wrestler needs one, and he doesn't have one yet. And if there's any weak part of Balor, it's his promo game. So I really, really hope he finds
I
that.
think I think Balor's going to be okay because he's, I guess, if we can safely say, he's an international superstar. You know,
And he has
I,
that theatrics, man. When he comes out in that paint, it don't
Everybody
matter.
that's coming up in the next year is going to be international.
Yeah, pretty much.
yeah, pretty much,
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah. The Demons division, you got Paige and Becky already, and they're taking that over. So
yeah. But
guess we're about to get into that here in a minute. So
but all right. So correct me if I'm wrong. Now there was a time where I think Cena had faced a few people for the title at a quick. when they entered the WWE at a quick pace. Uh, wasn't Kali supposed to be facing? I could be wrong. Wasn't he supposed to be facing Cena for the title at one time within his first year in the WWE? Even
Uh,
left.
how about when Khali first debuted in WWE? He beat The Undertaker 3 times in a row. That was his first debut, and he came out and took out The Undertaker 3 times.
Yeah,
So, yeah, they made
That's
Khali into
sickening.
an unstoppable giant.
and Kali is
That's
just horrible.
he
Not only
sucks.
did he beat Undertaker, he beat him by putting his foot on his chest and standing on him.
Yeah.
Every time I see Kali, I think of the George Murison commercial. You want to smell like me?
Ah!
Uh,
You know what I think of? I think of whatever pay-per-view it was back. I can't even think of the name of it. They did a Punjabi prison match where they just took this cage and just lined it with a bunch of bamboo crap. The problem is, Colleen got hurt on the house show before that. They couldn't have him in the match, so they had a Punjabi prison match between The Undertaker and the Big Show. Yeah,
wow.
it was awkward. Awkward. Wasn't even
So
supposed
another
to be
thing,
fun.
then they also push a heel. What was it? Umanga with the championship.
He never won it, but they put him in that spot.
Yeah.
And
So
they gave him that WrestleMania match too with Trump and McMahon.
so here's my thing. Sometimes a fast push can probably be a good thing, but statistically speaking, it could be a greater bad thing.
Well, I mean, Umaga was in the WWE several years before that, so he's had many other characters. That Umaga character was just a new character.
Yeah. I know that, but the character itself is like you came from what was it? Wasn't he in a 15-minute group or something?
Yeah,
What,
yeah,
yeah,
3 minute warning. Yeah,
3-minute warning, and then you just come out with a new character, and it's like, hey, let's get this guy a shot.
they need to bring his manager back though. I love that guy,
I remember he did have a manager. I just can't remember who he was.
Armando
Oh,
Alejandro Estrada.
yeah, that guy.
Loved him.
I think the only person in WWE, which is incredible, but he is who he is, that had an incredible push for the title was The Undertaker when he beat that guy that we won't name because he's getting Chris Benoit treatment. Yeah,
We've already talked about it for 20 minutes in this program, so
we're doing the WWE thing. We're not going to mention that guy who's he didn't kill people like Chris Benoit, but yeah,
you know what I find ironic is that we sit here and talk about how he's immortal. It turns out he's not immortal.
no, he's
All it
not.
takes is a slip of the tongue, and you are out of here, brother. See you later.
All right, so before we move on, I hate to backtrack. So you think Hulkamania is just dead now?
Oh yeah, well I'm at 4 now. I don't think it's dead forever. But if you don't have the means to go find it on the internet, then it's gonna go away.
Yeah. Damien, you think Hulkamania is dead?
Who?
Hulkamania.
Yeah.
Who?
Say who? Who? What? You mean Terry Bollea?
the I don't even know who beat the Iron Sheik that morning.
Oh man. Yeah, apparently Andre the Giant did trip
Andre
at
body
WrestleMania.
slammed himself.
Right. Macho Man was in a tag team by himself.
Yeah.
Wow.
Elizabeth. Somebody caught Elizabeth in midair and carried her to the back. It was a silhouette.
Yeah,
Hey,
so we really didn't have that third member of the NWO
Ah!
at Bash of the
No, we
Beach.
did. It was Virgil.
Oh yeah. Oh man. I wish we could tell you this story. Oh man.
We will. We're going there. It's gonna
Oh,
happen.
oh please. I can't wait till we tell that story.
You know what, man? Why the hell not? Let's go with it.
All right, you sure?
Yeah, why not?
All right. So this we're so off topic, but that's okay. We can do what we want. All right. So we were supposed to book Virgil on the show Thursday, right? I got in contact with Virgil, I think it was Monday night, emailed him and everything, and he was cool. And well, I'm not gonna say he was cool,
No, he was
but
not cool.
he was not cool. He agreed to it. I should say that he agreed to it. Um, he referred to himself as the hitmaker. He kept on talking about how he would rock someone's socks off or something.
He said he would give us a 15-minute interview that would rock our socks off.
Yeah.
And folks, Virgil was delusional. Um,
And then here's the thing. He had his own outline of what we were going to ask him.
we sent him questions, right? And I worked hard on these. These detailed. I went from the beginning of this man's career, and it's hard to find Virgil's career. Let me tell you, it's not easy. And so I'm like, okay, we're gonna cover WWF. I'm gonna hit WCW when he gets over there, $1 million Man, all that good stuff. Virgil sends us his own outline. Virgil's like, that ain't good enough, buddy. We're gonna talk about what everybody wants to hear about. Virgil wanted us to put over his GoFundMe, which, by the way, folks, if you haven't seen it, go look at it just to laugh. Virgil is trying to make himself a millionaire with your dollars because Virgil can't make it himself. Um, then he
How can he
wanted,
not have $1 million and need $1 million champion?
uh,
Uh,
I guess not because Dan, you want to go in with everything he had in this outline, like, and I'll retort things you leave out. He's delusional. He really wanted to. First off, how are we gonna fit all this into 15 minutes? That's what I want to know.
I was hoping that we would go longer just for look, here's the thing. And you know what? Screw it. We're probably more than likely not going to have him on the show.
No, no, we're done now.
I mean, at the end of the day, he did apologize, whatever, but we're going to get to that later. He wanted us to talk about how he was supposed to be the third member of the NWO
I
instead of,
believed it. Believed it.
and it was
He
Ted.
said Millionaire Ted. He forgot to say that Millionaire Ted was Ted DiBiase and not Ted Turner. So,
Yeah. So I'm like, okay. Then he wanted us to talk about how he had sex with every Playboy bunny of the month.
oh, and
I don't know what year.
let's go ahead and add another racial comment on the other side of the divide. Quote from Virgil: "All white women look the same."
He did say that. And on Twitter, he also has a picture on Twitter where this is overweight white woman and with a caption, "All women look the same."
Ah, God.
Uh, what else he said? He wanted to talk about
He
how
has a
that
DVD out. He
oh
has a
yeah.
DVD coming out called F dot 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 money, and you can fill in the blank there. That's the name of his DVD, and he actually has someone that put it out on the market. Now, apparently, it is exactly what the title would entail. Um, Virgil gives you tips on how to get that kind of money, and he also will tell you how to pack out a crowd in a subway station. Now, I don't know what you do once you have the crowd, but Virgil can tell you how to do it.
So and then how to draw a crowd, how oh, here's another thing. This is something that's he's probably more than likely not going to get into the Hall of Fame. He says that Olive Garden is better than Madison Square Garden.
Yeah, but it's a better venue than Madison Square Garden, Olive Garden.
Now
Uh,
I have to,
Okay, this is classic. You sure you don't want this guy on?
Dude, I'm
I
telling you,
at first I was like, here's the thing. This is me. I was upset
salivating.
because
We're
I was
salivating.
I was upset with the guys because I was like, come on, guys. I know this is a joke, but we gotta be serious about this, though. I was laughing too, but I was like, come on, guys. But after a while, when he stood us up, I was like, you know what? I'm done with this guy. And he did apologize, but kind of find out he had another engagement that he didn't tell us about. He was doing something. I think he was doing something with Reddit at AMA or something.
That's exactly what he was doing, and it turns out he tweeted CM Punk during it because CM Punk said he was going to go do one. And Virgil says, at Coach, I just did mine now. It's really awesome. I can show you how. And CM Punk tweeted back 2 minutes later at Virgil, no thanks. You're a cunt.
No one, like for real though. Virgil, Virgil is the laughing stock of, I guess, the wrestling legends or former wrestlers. Like no one too particularly likes him. Like really, like He gets into it with Xbox on Twitter. Everyone knows he's a scam artist for the most part.
Me and my wife had a discussion about him because she just found out about Hogan this morning. So we're discussing.
You there, Damien?
All right, Damien cut out on us.
Yeah, but hopefully we'll get him back.
Yeah, Damien, if you can get back in the car and come back in, and we'll get back to you.
I'm
So,
sorry.
oh,
Where
Thank
did
so
I
you.
leave off at?
you and your wife.
Yeah, your wife.
Okay. Okay. We having a conversation about wrestling because she reads the news late because she worked nights. All right. So we're talking, and then she was like, "But what about Virgil?" I said, "He paid a slave." I said, "How you gonna have Hogan back and he has no credibility?" Uh, she was real adamant, like he has Hogan back. No one knows.
Yeah,
No
he
one
does.
follows Virgil. No one follows Virgil.
Here's the thing. He did come to his aid or his backing yesterday, which was crazy. Because if we really think about it, Virgil was basically a glorified slave to the $1 million man.
Yeah.
That's fine and dandy. Let me tell y'all something. Now, seeing how you ain't gonna be in here, I'm just gonna throw the figure out there. We offered that man, we lowballed that man a money offer like you wouldn't believe. Like it was the biggest lowball you could lowball.
But let's not give him the amount though. But it was pretty low.
It was low. Great. Now
Y'all
I am
offer
gonna
him
tell you
money?
how he countered with, because he
Hey,
agreed.
he asked us for the money. He's like, "Hey, how much y'all paying us?
He
How they
agreed.
pay me?"
No, that's fine. So we lowballed him on the amount. That's bad enough. His counter it wasn't like he raised the ante. He said, "Hey guys, for $35 for 15 minutes, I'll knock your socks off." Who's gonna do a professional radio interview for $35? Virgil, Virgil. Most of these wrestlers be asking for $400, $500 for like a half hour. Virgil was willing to do an interview for $35.
Oh man, Anthony, your mic.
$35.
Yeah. So here's the thing too. All the memes of Virgil, Lonely Virgil, it was like a bit dishonest because I have seen Virgil at a Comic Con before, though I was pissed off to see him because he was a replacement for Booker T. Go figure, right? Replacing the black man. But I was like, all right, I'm gonna see Booker T. Ah, it's Virgil. And there was like a few people that was around him though. But it's like,
You could have gave me Stevie J.
yeah,
You ever seen that picture of him at the subway station where he's all by himself in the corner?
yeah,
Yeah, and but he can pack out a subway somehow.
yeah. So here's the thing. I really don't no longer feel sorry for the man anymore. I wish him well in his all his endeavors and whatnot. And I don't know, but he's really a joke. And you know what? Maybe this is his gimmick of him being in the spotlight or being uh people making people pay close attention to what he's doing or whatever. But whatever, he's not gonna get that $1 million. I know that for sure.
As entertaining as that interview would have been, I want Wrestling Goons Radio to have a little bit of credential, and I like really want to take pride in our interviews when we do them. So I'm kind of glad that it fell through because this one gonna be a train wreck.
Yeah. So even though this was a train wreck, and hopefully you're not too friends with Virgil, we would like any wrestlers or former wrestlers to be on the show for whatever reason.
And we
So
won't lowball you like we did Virtual.
yeah, we won't. Just give us a rate, and
Yeah,
yeah, we will
yeah,
we'll try to work with it. You know,
yeah. We'll work with you. Throw us some
yeah.
numbers.
I'll sell my grandma's medicine.
Oh
Just to,
God. All
never
right.
mind. So yeah,
You
Wrestling
got some
Goons
Hulk
Radio.
Hogan memorabilia, but it's probably not worth anything now. So.
Right. So Wrestling Goons Radio at gmail.com if you want to get on the show. Um, yeah, that was just horrible. I'm pretty sure there was something else that he probably wanted us to talk about, but it was just ridiculous.
So I got a question for you about this Kevin Owens and Cesaro thing we got going on.
Yeah,
Do you think that this is gonna help elevate both of these guys?
it could help, especially Cesaro. I think Kevin Owens is where he needs to be at right now, saying that he pretty much got a pretty big push. Cesaro, he's working his way up, and Vince McMahon has no choice but to listen to the fans. Cesaro really, there was nothing really wrong with Cesaro. It was just that booking just did him wrong. So Cesaro, yeah, it's gonna elevate him. I think he needs it more than Kevin.
But do you think that them going against each other without, I mean, like, because I think they're going to have stellar matches. They always do. Um, I think this is going to be what can elevate Cesaro to that main event scene. But I also wonder when Tyson comes back, do they make him a tag team wrestler again? And I'm hoping that that's not the case.
No, I hope not either. Because if he's on a roll and he has some momentum, we don't need to put him in a tag team. That's just gonna slow down his momentum.
Damien, are you excited for the Owens and Cesaro matches we got coming up?
Yes, I am. Um, First, Cesaro always puts on a pretty good match. And I don't know why Vince doesn't give him credit or saying he's not connected. I don't know why.
I
Because
don't either.
Roman Reigns is not connected, and you gave him every opportunity in the world.
Right.
Um, when did Cesaro become face?
That's a
Uh,
good question.
when he did the
Um,
swing, when he did the swing.
I was sitting there on that one Monday Night Raw, and I was like, "Oh my gosh,
because
Cesaro's
the
face now."
whole point is Cesaro fought Cena as a heel.
Well, wasn't they? Oh,
As a heel.
did he fight him as a heel or did he fight him just as a challenger in the open challenge?
I looked at it as a heel challenger.
I didn't. See, I just thought of it as I want my
He, he
spot.
he
I want
went
to
in
get.
there as a heel.
He went in
Yeah.
there to grab the brass ring from the guy that has the brass ring.
And the thing is that since he put on a great performance with Cena, he was over.
Cena put him over himself at the end of the night.
Yeah, so that I guess that instantly turned him face.
Yep, that's all it took.
So yeah, Cena's been putting over a lot of guys. So I hope we still get the US challenge between now and SummerSlam.
Oh,
And
and that's the thing. Like, just because y'all Cena's the champ now, don't mean he'll be U.S. champ when you get to SummerSlam.
yeah.
Exactly.
But
Seth
of course
Rollins can easily Seth Rollins can easily cost John Cena this title. 'Cause
but
we
of
all
course
know how WWE loves the distraction, music hitting, get on the microphone, and all of a sudden I get rolled up. I
but
hate
here's the thing though. If he loses the title between now and SummerSlam, and if it's not Kevin Owens, people are going to still be pissed off.
Not really. I think it was Cesaro. They'll be okay.
Even if it's not Cesaro, I don't know who it's going to be,
If
but
it's going to be one of those two, because they're going to have the title in their match.
I'd rather for Cesaro to get the title then over Kevin.
Me too.
And
I mean, I love Owens, but if I'm taking between the two, yeah, Cesaro's been there longer, except for Cesaro's been U.S. champ. Like, he debuted with it, so.
but let's get him a real push, a legitimate push or whatnot. Like,
That push in the very beginning with Oksana was pretty strong.
yeah, but we'll just have to wait and see.
Yeah. I don't know why they killed it. That's what bothers me. Like, they built him up so strong in his debut, and they had the hot woman with him and everything, and then they just killed it. I don't know.
Because he's Swiss.
Yeah, because the crowd doesn't connect with Swiss. Maybe that's it.
Yeah. I do have to say in his promos, he does have that sort of soft-spoken voice, but it shouldn't like kill his momentum.
Why does it matter? Because I hear people say that about Owens too. And yeah, I might be a fanboy, but Owens kills every promo he has. So I don't get what this tone is when it comes to promos.
All right, so Kevin Owens can do his thing on the promo. However, killing it when it comes to John Cena has owned him.
John Cena owns everybody in a promo.
Not everybody.
Who has he not?
The People's Champ.
But he killed The Rock.
The Rock killed him.
I
With
think it was a,
gold.
I think it was a tie.
No, that
The
second
Rock killed
time
him.
with the read it off your
Lady
wrist.
parts, lady parts trending worldwide.
Well, The Rock could have said Mary had a little lamb and it would have been sweet.
Oh man.
Boots the asses. came up with a new shirt every week, just like John Cena did.
Fruity Pebbles.
Uh,
The midget.
yeah, the Rock
Stop.
annoyed. The Rock really annoyed me with that feud. He really did. Like the second one, when he was doing like all the promos on location in Philadelphia, like those were crap. I did not enjoy those. And I
But
thought that
That's who Hollywood Rock is.
Cena brought the heat in those, man. He really, I thought he owned Rock in those.
I'm happy that Damien referred to him as Hollywood Rock.
Well, that's what he is.
Yeah,
He's not The Rock anymore. He's just Hollywood Rock.
because like we said last week, The Rock is a sellout.
I call, I didn't call him.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait a minute.
First
He
off,
is
we didn't
not
say
a
that.
sellout.
Yeah, first off,
He told us he would never leave. He told me he loved his business.
he hasn't left. He comes back.
He's doing $1 billion movies.
Thank you, Damien. Thank you.
You would have
These,
chose your fate too.
Damien, these people want this man to come back and work 300 days a year, taking bumps, without a stunt double, making 1.5 million, when he can go make 100 million and lay in his home bed when he's done making a 3-hour show with a stunt double. What are you gonna do?
He's a sellout.
No, he's a smart
No,
man. And he's
no,
the
that's no
only
sellout.
person, there ain't no other person in this business that ain't gonna be able to take. Like, he might have opened the road for other wrestlers to do it, but he's the only one that can travel down that road that's talented enough to do it.
Everybody else except Cena with Trainwreck is doing WWE films. They don't count.
Yeah, they
Nope.
don't.
No, they
They
don't. They don't
they like
count at
straight
all.
they like straight to DVDs.
And even
Yeah,
John Cena's train wreck, that ain't his movie. He's in it for like 7 minutes.
Right.
it's not his movie, but
No,
he did a movie outside of WWE films.
Was that 12 rounds or no?
Nah,
no,
all of
Oh,
those,
the Marine? No.
all of those.
Yeah.
you know that. No,
Even one Ambrose coming out with is a WWE film.
yeah, he's talking about Trainwreck. Trainwreck is the only one Cena's done that isn't a WWE film. So
Yeah, he's in a steamy scene in one of those.
yeah, and it actually gets all the way real, actually.
Yeah. I wonder how Nikki feels about that.
And that's what I was trying to figure out what her reaction to that was going to be. We did forget Dave Bautista. Now I know he's not active, but he had a
Oh, okay, okay. I'm sorry.
yeah, he had a
I'm
huge role
sorry.
in Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yeah,
So,
and he's gonna be in $1 billion films.
Oh
yeah,
yeah.
But
Here's the thing: when you if all right, if you have Rock in one hand and Batista in one hand to come back to WWE to work more shows than usual, I think people would rather see The Rock over.
yeah. Well, of course, that's what duh. They don't like Batista. Batista's not a WWE fan favorite. They were not receptive to him in this last return at all.
because of it would have
I
been a
think it was
good
partly because of Daniel
return.
Bryan. I agree, but I don't
It
think.
would have been a good return.
Mm,
But the fact that he won the Royal Rumble.
I think that put it
And
over.
that was the first part timer they put over in the Rumble.
Yeah.
So that was a bad taste in fans' mouth too.
They legitimately hated that man. Like after the Rumble, he was a marked man. No matter what he did, it wasn't right.
They shouldn't have never put him over.
I
They
agree.
shouldn't have never put him over. He
Again,
was doomed from there.
this Vince made out of touch with the fan base.
That was the start.
Yep.
Yeah. I wasn't a fan
That
of.
was the start. Brock Lesnar title run just completely sold me he's out of it.
What about The
No,
Rock? The Rock
no,
up
The
there, yeah.
Rock. That Rock. That was when he was really out of touch. When The Rock tells you he's gonna fight whatever in a
Uh,
year at WrestleMania, we have to wait a whole year for WrestleMania for him to
no,
face.
that
At
ain't
least he tell you. The Undertaker don't tell you.
that ain't my problem. My problem is how are you gonna have CM Punk for 400 and some odd days? I mean,
34
everybody
days.
on your roster, everybody from top to bottom, they cannot be dismissed. How you gonna bring The Rock in on the first try? On the first try, he ain't been in the
Okay.
ring and done
Okay.
nothing.
That year, he only got beat by part timers.
That
Cause
is
CM
true.
Punk.
Yes.
Yeah, they just totally. But why? Like,
That year, no one on the roster could beat him. They, I mean, we understand that
I will give him credit for that. By the way, Damien is absolutely right. He lost to.
he
Um.
lost to
Then he lose to
Rock,
Brock.
Undertaker, Brock.
Yeah, he did. He had the Brock feud. He had the Heyman thing at the very in SummerSlam.
Other than that, no one else on the roster can beat him.
That's
He
true.
can bitch and complain. They put him over on everybody except those three
Okay,
part
but why is
timers.
he losing to part timers like The Rock?
Because nobody else could beat him. They had to take the title off of him eventually.
Why are they making The Rock look strong in 2015? He's not.
Because he's a draw. He's an attraction.
Be-
He's a money maker.
first of all, let's let's not sit here and say that this guy won't make you money.
Well, I mean,
Right.
obviously, but I don't. I don't like Hollywood Rock. Maybe that's just me. I'm a huge old style rock fan. I like The Rock. I don't like Hollywood Rock. It bores me.
Rocky, come back. Come back to Maivia.
Come back to the know your
No,
role
no, no,
and
no, no
shut
Maivia.
your mouth. Well, The Rock says.
Yes, grow some
Don't,
pork
don't,
chop
don't, give,
sideburns.
don't give me this promo about at 5:30 The Rock got off a plane and he was clanging and banging and then I'm tired of those promos. Tired of those. I turn the channel now. Like when they start, I'm just like, okay, we're done.
So,
Be back.
so
I'm
here's the thing. Sometimes we can be hypocritical or contradict ourselves. Like right now, I can bash The Rock easily, but the moment I hear that song or his theme music comes out on Raw or whatever, I'm like 15 all over again. I'm like, oh my gosh, it's The Rock. This is awesome. I miss you, Rock. I love you, Rock. And then when he goes, it's like, I hate that guy. That's just
yeah.
me.
I'm that way
Exactly.
until he starts talking, and then like I'm like, wow, I bet he's gonna tell me his morning routine again, and that's what he does. So then I'm out. So.
I could
So,
see if he didn't live that though.
Even if he lived it, that's fine. But like, it's a wrestling promo, dude. I don't need to know what your agenda was. Just tell me what you're cutting your promo on your opponent.
so, should we just not have The Rock be at WWE anymore? Just let him do his thing in Hollywood and don't ever come back?
Now, like
No,
Damien said, WWE made that man. He owes them.
he's gonna be back, and he's gonna be a draw.
And whether people believe it or not, The Rock really means it when he says that he loves this business. This business
I'm not.
made him who he is. It's in his blood. He's got family that is still doing it. Like, The Rock is
It's
heavily invested in wrestling. He made a smart business decision.
it's not The Rock's fault that he played his Khabib character good enough to switch over.
Yeah.
It was that point good
Mm,
enough. It was so good that they were able to take 3.5 seconds of him acting as the Scorpion King, 3.5 seconds of a character who didn't even have a speaking part, and they turned it into a movie.
Yeah. Well, you know what? The Rock isn't getting any younger. He's like 43, I think.
I think The
yeah.
Rock is doing just fine. He's in the best shape of his life.
Yeah, but how in ring shape can he be? Because there's been some matches that he looked out of shape or he wasn't in shape to like really
Well, his
wrap the
last
match.
match,
What
he
does it
was terrible.
matter? Hulk Hogan had worked in a ring 2 years ago. Like Damien said, he's a draw. He could have the worst match in the world, and because he's The Rock, people are gonna watch it.
People are gonna watch it initially though, but people are gonna, basically
He's go-
break down his matches, be like, you know what, he looks out of shape. He looks kind of tired out.
The
Out of
long as he
IWC.
doesn't,
Go
long
ahead.
as he doesn't give me a retirement match against Roman Reigns, I'm fine with whatever he does.
I
Well,
think if he,
I'll kind of be okay with that. That'd be kind of awesome.
I think if he's gonna
His
have
his his retirement match should be against Kevin Owens. Damn it.
no.
But
I think his legitimate retirement match is gonna probably be against Triple H.
it
Let's be
shouldn't be
honest, guys. Nobody's ever made in the WWE money like The Rock has before. He ain't ever had a
Austin.
retirement match.
Yeah,
Au-
Austin.
Austin.
Nah, The Rock made him more.
No, Austin.
No,
It's
Austin.
not
Uh,
even
oh,
close.
Austin isn't making them money now. The Rock still is.
The Rock is costing them money too, because he ain't free.
No, they get royalties off of everything he does. Like I don't know his Hollywood name, but they make money off the name The Rock, and Vince gets the check
That's
because he
crazy
owns
too.
the right to that name still.
He doesn't use it.
No, he still calls himself The Rock, Dwayne
I
The
mean,
Rock.
I
everyone
mean, he
knows.
doesn't use it in the movie. When them credits roll, his name is Dwayne Johnson.
It doesn't
Like,
say The Rock in parentheses.
no,
No,
not anymore.
I
It's been
thought.
years since then.
probably getting tired of cutting Vince a check now.
I bet he is. I bet he was tired of it before.
But guess what? It all comes back to him when he make those Raw appearances or house shows, which makes me think, how much you think he's probably making when he's
For
on
The
those?
Rock?
Yeah, it's probably like
Oh
two,
God.
$3 million appearance.
He makes
No.
Undertaker money.
When on house shows, I
Yeah,
think
like
he does that free.
You
okay,
really
what
do?
about?
You think he came back?
I do.
You
I
think
think that Boston one, I think he done it for free.
you think he was just there and he was like, "All right, guys, I'm gonna come on out and that'd be
Yep.
awesome." Like if The Rock did something like that, that'd be cool.
I think he done that for free.
I wouldn't have
Cause
done
it's
it.
not like it was for publicity.
Yeah,
The
but
house shows, no one knows it. You ain't sell one ticket for that house show.
of course they advertised it like, oh, look who made an appearance, The Rock.
Yeah, but they didn't. But the tickets were already sold.
Yeah,
They
Yeah,
they
they
were.
didn't
were just
sell The Rock.
they were just trying to give you the impression though that anything can happen at a live event.
Pretty much anything can happen because we get Brock at a house show
I
or
guarantee he has a contract
Oh,
so,
absolutely. The Rock has
somewhere.
a
I don't know. I don't think it's one of them handshakes.
no. Heck, he
hey, I
don't
think
do
those
those anymore. He stopped those after Lex Luger.
yeah, I think he stopped those like for real, like put it on paper.
All right, well, we're running almost out of time for the show. How many more topics we got to cover?
Just a few. Let's just get to this. Primetime players versus New Day has been confirmed for SummerSlam. Anybody have any thoughts on the current state of this tag team division? I think it's great.
I think it's in trouble because you're having this match yet again. Like, and as much as I love New Day, and everybody knows I do, like come up losers twice in a row now. That kind of makes you out of it, I would think, but
Yeah,
apparently not.
Yeah, but who's next after New Day?
I mean, maybe it's gonna be New Day again because it appears nobody.
I'm pretty sure the Usos are bound to make their return soon.
Now, I don't know how close Jimmy is to being back actually,
Oh, we
but I know
saw.
they got Jay doing SmackDown now,
Yeah,
so
he's awesome too.
I love it.
Um,
I actually like him on commentary. I didn't think I would, and I do. He's really good.
they need a tag team. They need
Well,
it. Unless they're gonna bring up your boy.
well, my idea, and I put this on the last podcast. You're not doing anything with Dean. You're not doing anything with Roman. You have them as a tag team already. It would make sense to put the belts on them. But
and then that's gonna lead into people thinking, oh, just add one more, and we have the Shield. Nah,
well,
You can't do it.
they're gonna
You
do that
can't do it.
anyway at SummerSlam when they add Sting.
You can't do it.
no.
You gotta
Now,
let the Shield die.
Yeah, you
well,
did.
why they're already putting them together?
Here's my thing.
Cause that's Roman only friend.
Well, then
Yeah,
that's why they make them a tag team.
you put the Shield back together, it's gonna hurt them all
I don't
together
want to put the show back together at all.
as
That's not
as
what
a
I'm
single.
insinuating.
But I'm saying is you do know that if you put them together, it's gonna hurt them.
I don't think so. I think that in about 2 or 3 years you're gonna see them reunite.
You might see them when you don't have nothing else to do with Roman or Dean or even
You're
Seth.
not gonna see the Shield back together until it's another faction that comes up from NXT.
Yeah.
We'll see.
All
I
right.
have a feeling that we are gonna see it sooner rather than later.
All right.
I
So
think remember that markout moment that we got a couple of months ago when they put Orton through the table. The crowd saw. I mean, they saw in the back. They know.
yeah, they did, and it was just like, hey guys, you're not gonna get this anytime soon. I didn't even like when they reunited the Wyatt family. It hurts Bray. I feel like.
Well, we'll see about that because they're gonna be going
Br-
against each other.
The Wyatt family, the way they have it is they're never going to be broken up.
Yeah.
The way they have it, and I understand that because Bray has some type of control over them. That's
Yeah, but I
fine.
just don't like the way. I wish they told the story better.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Cause
All
like
right.
all of a sudden, like now I'm gonna free you, but I'm not gonna tell you why I set you free. And now all of a sudden you're back, but I'm not gonna tell everybody why you're back. Like it just doesn't make sense.
True. We got to move on to the next topic. Any last thoughts on the primetime players in New Day?
No, just hopefully this is
Um.
the end of it.
Yeah. Get a title to Lucha or somebody else.
Yeah.
Do you feel
They
like
need to bring in. They need to bring in another tag team. Hopefully, since Bully Ray quit TNA again, they will bring the Dudleys back. I don't know. Some fire needs to be set in the tag team division.
so, Damien? You don't feel like primetime players is the answer?
No.
Okay,
Heck no.
okay.
New Day ain't the answer either. That's
Well,
just
they
my
are.
opinion.
No.
Well, it's a new day.
All right. So we got Ryback versus the Big Show for the Intercontinental title, which is booked for SummerSlam. Is this watchable at all, or is this a piss break?
I will not be watching.
Damien?
I have no interest in this. I hope if Cena does lose the U.S. title, that he will actually go after the Intercontinental title so it can have some relevance. I
I'm okay with Ryback and Shield. I don't want to see a
I
Ryback Big Show match.
I can
So,
never get behind Ryback.
would it be better if it was Ryback and Miz?
No,
It's
I
no,
no.
no,
And
Okay.
no.
I
They
think
need a wrestler.
the
Uh,
triple
Give
threat
it to
with
Neville. I don't care who you give it to, but they need a wrestler.
the triple threat was the best scenario if they were going to use those three. So, without those three, I wouldn't. I don't want the Big Show or the Miz fighting Ryback. If I was going to do somebody like I would have done Luke Harper. Like, if you really want to build up a member of the Wyatt family, you have him do his own stuff too. That's what I would have done.
yeah. Um. All right. Is there a chance that possibly we could see Big Show with the IC title?
Yeah,
No.
yeah, I think there is.
I don't think there's.
Well, because of the fact Ryback's injury history, I think there is.
Yeah, and the fact that the crowd is really getting on him about this please retire stuff, and they made mentions of him trying to throw it back in the crowd's face. So I think they can give him the Intercontinental belt and try to have him show the crowd that he, quote, still has it.
He
Wow.
doesn't, but yeah.
I agree. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Moving
And then
on to
maybe that could be when Kane comes back and Kane takes that title off of him. So,
yeah.
Kane is gonna get a title.
yep.
I
Yeah.
don't think.
I'd be
I don't
alright
think
with
so.
Kane as Intercontinental champion. I think he would.
No, he's gonna get the top title.
Oh God, no. Stop
All
it.
right. We got to move on to the next topic. Um, Rusev versus Ziggler. Do we care more about Rusev versus Ziggler, or do we care more so about Lana versus Summer Rae?
Summer Rae because we like women.
Absolutely. Damien.
I want Rusev over. So yeah, that's important match to me. So yeah,
Uh,
that
it, are you worried that Ziggler might go over with the way they have Rusev losing so much lately?
I think Rusev is going to win this
yeah I do.
because he's just going
I
to shove it
don't.
in
'Cause here's
on
the
his
thing.
face.
I think Ziggler is representing Lana, and they want Lana to come out on top.
I
I
doubt it.
really I I really hate Rusev booking since WrestleMania. What a
Hmm.
whole year, damn it. Um, I want him to be a top 3, 4 heel.
Yeah, I do too. I want him to be. I don't think they're gonna put him there.
No.
I
So
don't know why.
are we going to get a Lana and Summer Rae probably scuffle or something?
Oh yeah, that'll
Yeah,
happen during the match for sure.
yeah.
Yeah.
That'll probably be how. And see, that's what I'm thinking. Like they've teased that already to where Rusev is distracted by the two women fighting. That could easily be how Rusev loses to Dolph Ziggler.
Yeah.
I don't want Russo to lose to
I
this
don't
dude.
either. I mean, I'm not saying I want it to happen, but I can see it happen.
And because he just signed a new contract, they might put him over.
Yep.
But
And
uh,
it's coming off that movie, man. Like
yeah.
they're gonna put that over too. So we'll see.
It'll be a while before they do that because the movie's not probably going to come out
Yeah.
till next year.
Well, yeah, they're not even gonna hint that that's what it was because he's out with an injury. Well,
Yeah. But speaking of us loving women, how about this Divas Revolution? It's in full force. Is anyone happy about the current direction that it's going in?
it's something, and they're getting a lot more airtime. Like I said in the last episode, the last couple, I don't really like the faction ideas that they're having, like where everybody's in their own little clique. But I think it would be better to me if just everybody was chasing after the champion. But apparently the Bellas are looking to add more people into their team, so I think eventually we're gonna get 5 on 5, which that should be interesting. 5 on 5 on 5.
Yeah, I think someone's going to turn. I don't know who, but I feel like someone is.
Oh yeah, well they have to. It's gonna be controversy.
Damien, your thoughts on this Divas Revolution?
I like the fact that they brought the three girls up. Like everyone else, I don't like the fashion. It looks a little segregated to me.
Yeah, it does. I mean, come on.
Yeah, but
It
and I
ain't even that.
got a
Like
feeling
they put.
somebody's gonna turn on the Bellas and go to Team Bad. I just have that feeling.
Bad would be the one with Sasha Banks and Naomi, right?
Yeah,
Right,
yeah.
And you say someone from the Bell is going to turn. How about
right.
this? The most obvious choice of that person joining Bad would be Alicia
Alicia
Fox.
Fox.
No way. Are you serious? The minority?
Yeah, why not? That's
Whoa.
a great idea.
Because that's what I was also going to bring up. If you look over, I guess Charlotte is kind of just Charlotte, but Paige and Becky are the foreigners. Then you got Team Bad, and then you got the Prissy Team Bella. Like, WWE is covering all of their aspects there. Like, all they're missing is the Lucha women, and they'll be covered.
Yeah. No, this is going to be bad if they do that.
Yeah, I hope not. I hope I didn't just give them an idea.
If they do that, then they haven't really learned from this Hogan
They
situation.
haven't learned anything anyway. So.
All right. Any last thoughts on this Divas Revolution?
Keep it up, man. Just give us more of this, and because whenever they let these women work. Oh, and by the way, whenever you have two great women in the ring like Sasha and Charlotte, can we just take Brie out of it? Like we don't need her ruining the match.
Oh yeah, definitely. I'd rather see just one-on-ones. But moving
Yeah,
on. Go ahead, Damien.
yeah. Them two one on one is awesome. Um, I really would have liked if they'd have split Becky Lynch off of Charlotte team, so the three of the NXTs could at least go against each other. But
Well, I think that they're going with the deal that Paige was the starter of the NXT Divas, so she's bringing up her young protege. I mean, by her side type deal.
Mm-hmm.
hmm
So because she was the first NXT Diva, I think they're trying to connect the dots that way.
Possibly.
And I kind of was kind of glad that they didn't put Sasha with Charlotte. That was my first worry. Is like, oh my god, they're gonna bring them up together, and they just had a big feud on NXT. That makes no sense. But you know, they didn't go that route. They wound up putting Sasha by herself. I don't think she fits in Team Bad, other than obviously the idea that they went with for it. But they're making it work so far. She's the voice of the team.
Yeah. All right. Moving on to the next topic. We got Brock Lesnar and the Undertaker's brawl. Now, we've had so many brawls throughout WWE history or even wrestling history. How do you guys rank this among all the scuffles in wrestling history?
It's up there. It was one of those where the build was really slow at first, and after the first one or two times they broke them up, I was like, all right, we can just go ahead and get to wherever this finishes at. I know it's leading to old guys fighting the beast, blah blah blah. Well, then whenever Brock got away and ran around the apron and jumped back up on the other side, I was hooked in then. I was like, yes, yes, just let them go. Please just keep letting them go.
When he said, "I'm going to kill you," and Undertaker says, "You're going to have to," I was
I
like,
I had
"This has
chills.
gotten real."
I had chills. I was like, oh my goodness. Because then I started thinking about it. I remembered WrestleMania. I was like, wait a minute, he really might. He really might. Oh no.
Damien, your thoughts on this brawl?
This brawl was
Damien, you're still there?
And Damien cut out on us one more time. We'll have to get right back to him in a second.
All right, so I thought about this brawl was,
uh,
All right, go ahead, Damien.
I'll go.
I apologize.
Yep.
Okay. This brawl was believable because it had everything I thought it should to be believable. They kept coming back at each other. They kept bringing in security, jobbers. They even brought in some other mid card guys. It
Even though
was
I'm
a
gonna be
great.
honest, I'm severely disappointed in the mid card guys not being able to hold back a 53-year-old man. Like that's a little ridiculous.
Even your boy Kevin Owens.
Couldn't hold back a 53-year-old man? Are you serious?
It's the
Nah.
Undertaker.
First of all, that 53-year-old got supernatural powers.
I mean, he might, but go
He's
back
the
and
face
watch.
of fear. What do you expect?
Go back and watch the fight again, though. Like you'll see Brock like literally grabbing people and throwing them in one motion. Undertaker's like pushing them. He's just like move, just please
it's
move.
he still has to cut his hair
I
Right.
see.
because coming out
I like the hair.
coming out looking like Madlot just threw me off.
I like the hair thing way better than the mohawk. The mohawk, I was not feeling that.
He should have came out with the hat.
How's he gonna do moves? But I mean, he's gotta have something under the hat.
He should have never came out in the first place, if you ask me. But hey, that's just my opinion.
Oh,
Oh my
so
goodness.
you're taking the Undertaker out totally?
Well, I like the brawl though, but this whole thing, it's like, why now?
Wait,
Because
you're not ready for the.
because they have to do it. If he don't beat Brock at SummerSlam, he like I beat you or I'm retired at WrestleMania,
Yep,
and he's
Brock
done.
gonna beat him again. And Brock gonna do the whole "you can't beat me," no matter how many times you try, you can't beat me.
I mean, I get it now, but it's like,
Uh,
why now? And then you come back just to face him at WrestleMania, and then you're supposed to leave, even though there's rumors that he's supposed to be working house shows. But who's to say that he's not going to be working any other pay-per-views afterwards?
Who cares?
If he's working house shows, I swear this man is on HGH.
He is working house shows. It's already confirmed. He will be in Mexico after SummerSlam working the house shows against Brock Lesnar.
This is
Wow.
ridiculous. I wonder if he beat him at house shows because he ain't gonna never beat him on TV.
He's going to have to.
Yeah, they always let the good guys win at house shows, so he will definitely do it.
He's gonna have to win at
So
SummerSlam.
Brock's not a good guy now.
I know I think he is, but at a house show they don't follow storylines. And at a house show, the Undertaker could say The Rock is a piece of crap, but he's still going to be a good guy because he's the Undertaker, and the
Exactly.
crowd loves the Undertaker. So
Because he's the face of fear.
yeah, but yeah, the face of fear is a good guy. Go figure. Anyway, that says it all right there. You know what I mean?
Right.
Anything else we got to touch on before we roll up?
Um, other than that, are we excited for this match? Me, I'm kind of excited, but it still doesn't make sense. Why now?
Yeah, I'm with you about why now. 450 something days later, I'm really upset that they continue to act like this match with Bray Wyatt didn't happen. But I saw it, don't I mean? You will not erase it from my memory.
What does that have to do with Bray Wyatt?
It bothers me that if he was going to get revenge on Brock Lesnar, why didn't he do it at WrestleMania when he was there in the building?
Oh yeah.
Oh, I got an answer for that.
Yeah.
Bray Wyatt called him out.
Yeah.
Yeah, but they're not acknowledging that.
And he's acknowledging that he Brock and Paul been calling him out. He's still acknowledging.
And another
But
thing,
at WrestleMania during that time, they wasn't bringing up the Undertaker that much.
it really wasn't.
When Brock was doing promos, it was all about
No, I disagree.
Roman
They actually
Reigns.
were like when he was talking about Roman Reigns and he described his beast. He always described him as the one that defeated the one at 21-1. He always said that.
Okay,
Yeah.
yeah, but it was still somebody calling him out.
I think that if he was going to get retribution, he should have done it in storyline mode when Brock is going for the title. It should have been at WrestleMania.
His wife should have held him back, be like, "Look, honey, don't go in there. You can only wrestle once a year." And like, no, I gotta do this. I gotta do this, Michelle. But yeah,
All
he
right,
shouldn't.
Chris,
He shouldn't be wrestling.
you just totally made it sound like Michelle McCool can talk the Undertaker out of doing something.
I mean, he's probably having these aching, squeaking knees, and she's worried about his health. Like, I don't think you should go out there and fight him. Remember that concussion you had?
Dan,
Ha-
Dan is giving us
yeah,
the inside
he
401.
had a concussion, but he came back.
Yeah.
Bring Daniel Bryan back.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
had a concussion, and that's the thing. Like everybody keeps talking. Every time Undertaker goes away, they all talking. They're like, "Oh my God, look how good he looks! Look, he looks so in shape. Look at his muscles. Those weights, those weights don't hit back, yo. They don't hit back."
Hey, he ain't looking good shape trying to tombstone Brock.
So did not.
So, so,
Man,
Da-
I thought he was gonna tilt over.
so,
I thought the arm broke.
so, Damien, let me ask you this: when he kicked him in his gonads, do you really think he meant to kick him in the midsection, or do you think he supposed to have kicked him in the stomach? He just
Cause
couldn't
Dan,
reach.
cause Dan believes that he just couldn't get his leg up high enough. That he's not.
I'm just saying. I don't
this
think.
man, this is a man who used to jump over the top rope. I think he can get his leg up.
When the last time he did the walk the rope?
CM Punk.
Oh wow! You think he
Well,
He
still
did
no,
it
can?
all.
no,
Well,
he
no,
did it.
no, he did it this year.
He did it against Bray. Yeah, he walked the ropes against Bray Wyatt.
Oh wow!
He
He
didn't do
ain't
it
gonna
against
walk the
Brock,
rope.
obviously. So, because he probably would have
Hell
fell off
no.
that day.
Hey, did he even do the lay down and sit up against Brock?
No. And you know what? If you really go back and watch that match, like everybody got really pissed at the John Cena match the first time because it was nothing but Germans the whole time. Go back and watch the Undertaker match. It's nothing but Germans too. Like he was just one moving Undertaker as well.
All
Like it
right.
ain't nothing new with Brock. He just that's what he does.
Speaking of Brock, all right. Before we wrap this up, everyone is complaining about that they feel like they got robbed during the Brock Lesnar Seth Rollins match,
Oh,
and I felt like not necessarily the how it ended. I feel like I got robbed out of 15 minutes. I felt like something should have happened for 15 minutes longer than what it was
why?
because it went off like I felt like it went off a little early.
It was the Undertaker. It has to end with that. So yeah, it went off a little earlier.
Yeah, well, I feel like Brock Lesnar could have did some more suplexes on Seth Rollins, a few F5.
That match felt forced. It felt like they ran out of time. It started late. Is what it felt like. Cause I agree. Then it felt like they rushed that ending where Brock was Brock destroyed Seth in that final sequence as much as you can destroy somebody. Like there was no taking out at all. If Undertaker doesn't show up, they're gonna have to scrape Seth up with a shovel. Cause he was done. That was it. Um,
G-
Was you robbed, Damien, of your 15
Ye-
minutes?
no, because anytime the Undertaker comes out, when I hear that start of that dong, I'm okay. I knew it was coming
Right.
because IWC can't hold a secret
Yes.
to save their life.
Wrestling
But
Goons Radio ruined it for you. I'm sorry, man. We did.
but it was perfect. Self stage champ. Brock looked strong as ever, and the Undertaker come in to get his revenge. I'm okay with it.
I'm agreeing
They
with you.
can't have they can't have an ending to the Brock and Seth because Seth can't beat Brock.
Oh man.
Nope, I with Damien completely. Everything Damien just said, word for word, you can put me down for. It's the same thing. It's the perfect way. They couldn't have done it any other way, and it made everybody look good. So I don't know, like what. First off, it's professional wrestling. We're not watching Greco-Roman or the International Championship finals. Like we're used to the dirty finish. Like that's what wrestling is. It helps advance the story. So why is everybody pissed that we didn't get a finish to this match?
I'm not gonna even comment about because I'm pretty sure everyone thinks that it's not believable to have Seth Rollins beat Brock Lesnar though.
In a
It's
one-on-one
not.
fight, how would he do it? How would he beat Brock Lesnar?
Hey,
It's not.
I'm still trying to figure out how Rey Mysterio's the world heavyweight champion at one time,
It was a triple threat. That's how he won the belt.
and he still like he had to defend it eventually, right, against
Uh,
bigger guys.
well, then that's when you do the whole 619 thing, where you just kick him in the face and do that little leg drop over the
That
top rope.
that is the most unbelievable
It
finisher.
is. It's terrible. But then again,
No,
Ray's
the
title run.
leg drop is
So,
the most undefeated.
but
Hey,
then
we're
again,
not we're not supposed to mention that guy who we're not supposed to name on this show's finisher move.
wow.
Who's getting the Chris Benoit treatment?
Well, you know who I mean.
Yeah, we're gonna call him Axelmania. Oh my God, I forgot to mention.
But
Yeah,
yeah, talking about how,
Mr. USA
but
leg
yeah,
finisher.
talking about the believability factor, Ray's entire title run was unbelievable. So I think that kind of goes hand in hand with it. Like when it doesn't feel believable, we don't get invested in it. And Ray's title run was bad. It really was.
yeah, it was. All right.
And you know it meant for Ray, but you wouldn't have got that had Eddie not passed away.
Oh my gosh, that's a
No, he wouldn't have. I'm being real. Being real. The whole for you, Eddie, and pointing at the sky thing, being real.
come on, man.
Damien, what do you think?
I think he should never got the title.
But I agree, but is it because of Eddie's death?
I don't want to say yeah. I don't want to say yeah.
You don't want to say it,
But
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 you know,
but but I'm gonna agree.
the timing.
I'm gonna also say the only reason Undertaker beat CM Punk is because Paul Bearer died.
Oh, so you think Punk was going to be the one to end the streak?
Yes.
It made sense. Oh my gosh, the heat that CM Punk had during that feud.
I was offended. I was offended. Like I literally turned the TV off on Monday Night Raw. I was like, oh my god, this is the most tasteless thing. And then I got mad at Undertaker. I was like, how is he laying there going to look at him? This is not right.
Hey, CM Punk is my boy and all, but that was tasteless though, and I guess that was
I was not offended.
that was good heat, but it was like, hey, you're crossing the line there, but
I wasn't offended. Wait a
I was,
minute. Wait a minute. I was more offended with Vince playing God or
yeah,
calling out God.
that it doesn't get any more worse. It doesn't get worse than that.
I
But
think the thing that bothered me about it was Paul Bearer had just died. Like it was like 2 weeks ago.
no, the funny thing about it was that I just knew that they had crossed the line was when he mocked his voice with the urn
Yeah.
coming out of there. I was like, yeah, you guys might want to chill out. But like Damien said, that's Vince McMahon and the whole God feud with Shawn Michaels and all. That was probably the worst of them all. We gotta do a show about the worst storyline ever or distasteful storyline.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure we're gonna have a slideshow on that one day for sure.
Yeah.
Oh,
Well,
good
I'm
Well,
down for
episode,
that.
guys. Good episode.
any last final thoughts for tonight?
No, that was good. We ran a little bit longer. We'll be able to get a little shorter in the future, but man, pretty good episode for the first time. WWE has a lot for us to still talk about for sure. So we'll have another one next weekend.
Damien, any final thoughts?
No, loved the show. Loved it. Every minute.
Yeah. Um, my final thoughts are that screw you, the guy who we won't name, that's getting the Chris Benoit treatment because not only are you a racist or whatever, but you screwed up another man's livelihood, and I'm talking about Curtis Axel. There
Oh,
won't there won't be no Axelmania. There won't be no Mega Powers. That
yeah.
was like the coolest thing ever.
I guess we need to break the news first then that the meta powers are no more. We're now back to Damien Sandow and Curtis Axel.
They suck.
No, Damien Sandow, this is the best thing that's ever happened to his career.
Okay, yeah, that's true though. But
No, it's not. No, it's not.
come on, we just
No, it's not.
can,
Well,
That's not the best thing that happened to him.
no, that well, Masvidal was, but
can we just like go to sleep and wake up like this whole thing never happened and we can have the Mega Powers back?
like the meta powers, yeah, I wish I could go to sleep. I wish that never happened too, but it did. So,
So I go to sleep and I notice Adam Rose didn't happen.
oh,
Adam Rose is on his way up. He has a new
where's
gimmick,
he
I
on his
think.
way up? On Superstores? Is that where he on his way up at? He on his way up with Tom Phillips, Colin
wasn't he on
Jackson?
wasn't he on SmackDown?
I mean, he might be in like the jobber segment.
They gotta give him a serious
I
story.
think I seen him trying to hold Brock back.
Yeah, he's one of those people over there. Don't touch the hair, Brock.
Him, Bo Dallas, I hope Jay Uso was out there.
His promos entertain me now. Like I wouldn't even lie about that. Like when in the Atlanta crowd when he did the whole "you just don't get it, do you?" Like I like that. This when you're sitting there booing him, you're like, "No, I don't get it, boo." Like that's good. But whenever they try to
Because
make
he's
him the happy,
sensational.
whenever they make him the happy-go-lucky face, and I'm sitting on my hands, yeah, it doesn't work so well.
So here's the thing. Since we were talking about earlier about reunions and all, I think it's time for WWE to make one day a reunion of Adam Rose and the Bunny. The
Never gonna happen.
Exotic Express got to come back. Come on, the
It's never
party got to.
first off, it's not gonna happen because Justin Gabriel doesn't work there
You
anymore.
could slap anybody in that suit.
How dare you insult Justin Gabriel that way, sir? He took
Hey,
pride in that bunny
you
character
better not do that. That man is gonna be GFW champion one day.
in the
Yeah,
bunny suit, damn it.
you could put David Ortiga. What's his name? David
Is
Ortunga up in there.
he still got a contract?
He
Yeah,
does. He's on the pre-show every week.
he's the new JTG.
No, they have him on the pre-show. He's the pre-show
Oh,
host.
so he's no longer performing.
Yep, he's just the pre-show guy.
Oh,
Hey, hey, don't compare nobody to JT.
I really want JTG to get on the show
I'm sorry,
because
I never liked him. I liked Shad. I never liked
I
JT.
mean, yeah, though, but I'm pretty sure if we get him on the show, he's gonna spill the beans about everything.
Oh no, yeah, oh no, that on the podcast, absolutely. Oh heck yeah, I'd love to interview Crown Time.
Oh yeah, he just came out with a book too.
Yeah, you should. Yeah, we should.
We
Cause
never can. We're gonna get on.
especially with the all black tag team match at SummerSlam,
I'd love
and
to
he's
get
not in it.
that.
Yeah,
Hey,
yeah.
this is perfect time for Crown Time to go ahead and make their return, man. They can take them boots.
Hell yeah, they better than both them teams.
Mm,
But we can't do that because crime time's a stereotype. They like to steal and all the other crap and hustle people, and it'd be poor in taste.
I'm sorry, but that one segment when they stole Booker T's wallet, I still go back to Dale. And say,
That was funny. I'm
he
sorry.
goes from King Booker to Ghetto Booker in like 0.5 seconds.
Yeah,
He flips it.
yeah. Well, this is gonna have to wrap our show up today. I want to thank all of our listeners once more. Thank you, to Phil Nason. Thank you to everyone on Blogger who's listening. Wrestling Goons Radio.blogsports.com. You can check us out on YouTube at www.youtube.com/Wrestling Goons Radio. Like us on Facebook, www.facebook.com/Wrestling Goons Radio. In fact, give us a comment too. Tweet us at Goons Radio. You can find us on iTunes and Stitcher, Wrestling Goons Radio. For Anthony, for myself, and for Damien, we'll see you when we'll see you.